Press fit stock forged rod. The only thing that's wrong about this is it's actually full floating. Full floating on the pin bore, the rod, and the piston since these are Wiseco's. But, you know, if it's full floating, why is the pin stuck in the rod? I'm having to hammer all these pins out because no one put any clearance in the pin bores. Whoever built this last didn't do that. There's the pin bores. Everyone always wants to say that we don't know what we're talking about, and you know, they do things just to charge people money and all this, that, and the other. Fact remains, this is the shit that comes in the shop, and this is the reason why we say what we say. I don't know how many miles are on this, but they're clearly pin fit from Wiseco, which is great, but they don't understand that just because it's pin fit from the manufacturer does not mean that it has the specified clearance that it's going to require to make sure this engine lives throughout its lifetime based on the usage and the power that's going to make. So now I get to go through and this is some of the other three, which I have to hammer the pins out because they should have been full floating. More details that people don't pay attention to when they're just grabbing stuff out of the box and sticking stuff together. You know, this stuff's flaking off. Wiseco makes a good product, but if my fingernail can go over here and scratch this stuff off, not doing it on that one, but you can, I've got that right there. It's a piece of the material that came off. So you can see it just sloughs off, unfortunately. So I understand it's a break-in coating, but this stuff ends up getting in your engine. See that right there? This gets in your engine. That's no good. So this is the reason why we also go through and actually coat these with a dry film lubricant so you don't get stuff like this. I mean, look at this, it's just peeling right off. So more things to fix and clean up. Just because you buy stuff out of the box doesn't mean it's what you exactly need. It still needs detail and attention to make sure that the parts are done properly. Whether that be skirt coatings, top coatings, pin fitting, deburring, going through and making sure even the oil holes on the backside have been deburred. I know a bunch of us in the engine building world have seen that where they come in and it's not touched. And it's just an oversight that the guys, when they're in there deburring, they just forget to do them. It's no big deal, but it's just details that the regular consumer 9 times out of 10 doesn't ever look for. So be mindful when you're doing this stuff, guys. This is the kind of shit we see on a day in and day out basis, and the reason why we charge what we charge to get the job done right. So just keep tabs on the stuff that you're doing, and you can see here that this stuff's starting to flake up on this one as well. Yeah, see, there it goes, it's starting to peel up. So thankfully on this one we're going to go through and blast the skirts and actually put a dry film lubricant on here. So stay tuned for all the stuff that we're going to do on here.